labels in his vocabulary for fruits were banana, cherry, and grape.
Banary is a combination between banana and cherry.
Right, and at the time the apple was red, so it made a lot more sense than for the green one.
Like a big cherry.
That's right, which tasted a little bit like a banana.
Wow. How many different words can he say?
Okay, he has a vocabulary of 30 labels for objects.
Mm-hmm.
He knows 6 colors, 5 shapes. He can identify quantities up to 6. And he has functional use of phrases like come here and no, and I want this or want to go there, where this and there are actually appropriate labels. So like when he was requesting I want walnut, he can put any of those 30 different objects in the slot where walnut was. I'm going to see if he can show you that he understands concepts, okay? And we're going to try a little test, and if he does it correctly, I'll explain what we're about. Hey, come on.
What do you mean concepts?
Okay, let's see if he'll do this first. Come on,
Okay.
Alex, look. Can you tell me what's different? Want to taste? Tell me what's different. Okay? Can you tell me what's different?
So you're asking him what's different between the two objects?
That's correct. Tell me what's different.
Color.
Good parrot.
Color.
That's right.
There is a difference between these objects, and the only difference between them, you see they're the same material,
Right.
and they're the same shape.
Mm-hmm.
The only difference is their color.
Oh.
So this is a further concept than just simply knowing that, say, orange is a color.
He understands the quality of color.
Correct. Well, one of the things we're trying to figure out is whether he can learn to use English vocalizations to identify different objects, and then once he has a certain vocabulary of English labels, we can then figure out if he can use these to understand concepts, such as categories, in terms of like different colors, what is a color, whether objects that vary with respect to color or shape have particular aspects still in common, and things like that.
How does that help you understand about the bird's use of language?
Because we're using English to somehow figure out what is going on when he thinks about these colors and shapes and materials. Obviously, in the wild, he has to have some knowledge, say, of colors or knowledge of same and different, so that he knows that if this berry was red at this time and it tasted good, another berry that's red at another time is going to taste good as well.
Because it's the same, and it has the same
right.
qualities, the same color, the same shape.
And the same flavor,
Right.
probably. Hey, what's different? Come on, what's different?
What's different?
What's different?
Shape.
Good birdie!
Shape.
You're a good parrot.
So he understands the concept of same and different.
Right, and this means that we can now, in the laboratory, get actual data on what's happening.
Because he can communicate with you in some way.
That's correct. That's correct, yeah. And we're not sure what an animal's concept of number is in the wild. And we're not sure that they need it in the wild. But what we've been able to show